Race number 9 now, and we've got a class dropper at the top of the book in this. A Class 3 over the 1600. That is Amazing Victory, who has a good record in this grade. Chuchia Spirit up in trip to the 1600. Perfect Team blinkers first time. Charity Bingo goes to the mile. He was a winner to 1400 metres at Chester prior to arriving. So We Joy has the cheek pieces off. Leading Fortune's a 5-time course and distance winner. Universal Horizon comes back in trip to a distance he won over 2 starts ago. Pegasus General's best form has been at Happy Valley. Precise Express hood off tongue tie again, and Master of Fortune Tom comes up in grade after a tough win over the 1600 last start.
Well, they clearly had a plan with E-Legend last time out. He was heavily supported. They went straight to the front, and Brenton Abdallah really couldn't have done much more with him from barrier 13. And he's got that task again out in that wide barrier draw. Ivy League, he was a bit better last time out. Ivy League, he's got barrier number 11, so he might be able to get across with Leading Fortune in barrier number 3. And then Amazing Victory in Chuchia Spirit, Paul. They were actually pretty conservative with him from a wide draw last time out, going all the way back.
They were, weren't they? So he'll be a little bit close in the run, but he was declared Aurora 2 starts ago, so there's a query there. Charity Bingo, he should get a nice run, and he was a bit unlucky at his last start. Universal Horizon will need a little bit of luck. He might try and tuck in behind.
One of those horses back in the field on the speed map is Master of Fortune. Off that last start win, Nick with his trainer, Pierre Ung.
Pierre, Master of Fortune, certainly looks like a really nice horse going forward towards next season, but he's got one more run still this campaign. He's very much in form, and he was able to win again last time.
Yes, he did brilliant again last start with the heavyweight, and with the change of the shoe before the race, and he still did it very well. So hopefully he can do it again, and hopefully the tracks plays out for him. For the A course, hopefully he can get the bonuses as well.
I mean, we'll talk about bonuses very shortly, because obviously he was an ISG and he's been a decent money spinner so far for his connections. But on his run last time, it was a tough old run for him, but he's got this really willing attitude, hasn't he?
Yes, he does have a very good dash from behind, but carrying a top weight to do that, you just catch your eye. Hopefully carrying a lightweight, he can do it again in Class 3.
Would you be keen enough that he will compete in this grade? I mean, he's always looked the epitome of an improver, hasn't he?
Well, he definitely got the size, got the turn of foot for it. So with the lighter weight this time, I think he'll do his best again.
Got Sha Tin going on as well. He has ridden him in the past, so as you say, lightweight, good jockey. There's a bit in his favour. Yes,
in his favour, definitely. Horses from behind definitely favours Caris. So it is a pity that Vincent got a ride booked already. So I wouldn't mind Caris, and he'll do the job well.
You mentioned bonuses there before. Obviously, he was bought at the ISG sale. I mean, in a short space of time, he's doing a good job for his connections.
Yes, Owen is very happy. It's just that he bled the first time out, and then after that we had 5 or 6 runs. He was fine. So hopefully he'll get improving, and he'll definitely be better horse next season as well.
Away from the horses, Pierre, more on yourself. 41 winners this campaign. Obviously, you might add to that at the weekend. How do you assess your first season with a licence?
First season, I'll give myself a pass, and hopefully I can do better next season, definitely.
There is Pierre Ung, and the opposition of Master of Fortune Tom include our first replay, which is Chuchia Spirit. As you said earlier, ridden very conservatively this day.
Yeah, and this was behind Taj Dragon. You see him, he's back and wide there. He's going to get every chance from barrier number 4, but I think this is a decent race, and he of course did cop that little bit of a bump, which he was probably the culprit of in the end over the final stages, and went very close. But those internal issues do worry me a little bit if they do put some early pressure on and he is a bit further forward.
Yeah, exactly. And look, at 1.5 favourite, he's been beaten in the past as well, this horse. Look, I'm going to include him on a minor line. He's obviously got the ability, but he's just got this issue, I think.
E-Legend, Paul, backing up from the run that he was heavily backed at last time. You run second. Have you got him in this field this week?
No, I haven't, but look, I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well again. He was another one that was sort of on the cusp for me, but I did include Leading Fortune. I think he's going to get this nice run just in behind him as well. Leading Fortune, he's drawn well in barrier number 3, Hugh Bowman aboard. He's 1 off 69, he's at a rating of 71, so he goes in on a minor line.
He was off that rating of 69 when he ran second 3 runs ago, so he's just crept up a couple of points. points with those placings up to the 71. He's been very consistent, and from the draw he'll get every opportunity here.
And some track work at Tom around Charity Bingo, who was very good at his second start, and the extra distance does look a big plus.
He's double figures in the market at the moment. He was much better second up. He was making strong ground late, was held up a little bit at the top of the straight. Comes out of a good form race where Silver Sonic has come out of and won, and he's also trolled up nicely. So I think he can run a race here.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go with him. I mean, I've liked his second run. His track work's been good since then, and he looks primed for a good run. Another one I've got at double figures. I think I've got 4 runners at double figures in this meeting.
The Wizard of Odds.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. He's on top though, Charity Bingo. I think he can win this race. He's only had the 2 starts. Universal Horizon, I like the fact he's coming back to 1600 after racing at 18 at his last start. Leading Fortune with a good run. I threw Two Child Spirit just on a minor line, but am concerned about those issues. 4, 8, 6 and 2.
4 and 12, the Quinella here. I think he can certainly improve again. Charity Bingo on what he did last time out. Master of Fortune, Leading Fortune, and E-Legend. If he'd drawn a gate, he might have been a little bit further up the order, but he was given a good ride last time out and just knocked off in the shadows. So 4, 12, 6 and 7. And with Sunday's card being 11 races, that means race number 9 is the first leg of the late treble.